Hello and welcome to the Street Crime UK YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Today we take a look at the case of a high-class escort who was bludgeoned to death with a pestle by a city banker. As the judge said, she would have suffered unimaginable terror in the final moments of her life. Christine Abbotts was struck 13 times in the back of the head with a chromatic kitchen utensil on her 29th birthday in a flat in Crawley, West Sussex in May. Financial consultant Zahid Naseem was jailed for 19 years after he was convicted of the murder over a brutal, prolonged killing. "Your attack was of extraordinary ferocity," Judge Christine Lang said as she passed sentence in Lewes Crown Court. "When I consider the extent of the injuries you inflicted, considerable pain. The terror of her final moments of life is unimaginable." In his testimony, Mr. Naseem, who was 48, said he struck Miss Abbotts in self-defense, fearing he was being strangled in a sex game gone wrong. But the jury rejected this and found him guilty after a trial that was, at times, harrowing for Miss Abbotts' family. Born in the West Midlands and educated at Oxford Brookes University, Miss Abbotts was remembered by her parents as a caring, happy and popular young woman. Her relatives and friends believe she worked in IT, but she had secretly worked as a high-class escort in London, charging clients thousands of pounds. She was described at trial as a socialite who mixed with posh and wealthy friends, often visiting the Polo, Theatre and Royal Ascot. Mr. Naseem enlisted her services after spotting her profile on adultwork.com under the pseudonym Tilly Pexton. She had described herself as a well-spoken city girl with the face of an angel. Judge Lang suggested Miss Abbotts' line of work put her at greater risk of harm. She had chose to earn money in a business that is as old as time, she said, and one that has always carried with it huge risk of danger, as this case sadly demonstrates. A Sussex police detective, however, said Miss Abbotts should have been safe and no one was to blame but her killer. "The only person responsible for Christina's death is Mr. Naseem," Detective Chief Inspector Emma Heater said. "Many jobs carry risks, where you have to meet and deal with strangers." In a statement to the court, the family of Miss Abbotts said she was the love of their lives. Christina, our petite, happy and well-educated daughter, her father Michael Abbott said in a victim impact statement read by prosecutor Christopher Terrani. "We will miss her coming home to visit us, as she always managed to brighten up our lives, always happy and always positive." The family said they had worried about Miss Abbott's safety and finances as she had lived in London, but she was so proud. She would always just say she was okay. The court heard that Mr. Naseem, who lived in a £600,000 home in Amersham, Buckinghamshire, was addicted to alcohol, drugs and sex. The father of 2 young children turned to escorts when his whirlwind romance with his partner had fizzled out, he said. For nearly a decade, he hired sex workers, drank on an almost daily basis, and took cocaine, saying this behaviour was common in the financial district. He studied economics in the University of Durham and was the top of the class, gaining sponsorship for his degree from Sainsbury's. He worked with Merrill Lynch for 10 years, earning up to £250,000 a year, but became a freelance consultant in 2012 because he found the job stressful. Since January, he had worked for Toronto Dominion Bank's London office, but they may have been struggling with debt, the court heard. He met with Miss Abbotts on the evening of May the 24th in Crawley before spending the night with her. Friends became worried when she failed to turn up for a birthday party in South Kensington the next day. Police broke down the door of the flat and found Miss Abbotts' body, killed 12 hours earlier. Mr. Naseem was lying on a sofa in only a dressing gown, surrounded by half-drunk glasses of alcohol and underwear. He was pretending to be unconscious, paramedics thought. Defence lawyer Lewis Power QC said Mr. Naseem was in his prime and had achieved high status as a risk analyst. He had now fallen from grace in almost a dramatic of manner. Mr. Naseem was jailed for life with a minimum term of 19 years. Thank you for joining us. What are your opinions on the crimes committed by Mr. Naseem? Do you think a sentence of 19 years was too harsh or not harsh enough? Please let us know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to like and share, and if you're new to the channel and want to see more Street Crime UK content, hit subscribe and press that bell so you can join us on the next video. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, stay safe.